Hello and welcome to Gaming Gain. My name is Muzz and I finally had my first experience of a Hyrox. Now it wasn't a full Hyrox, I will say that, it was just a training and we done half of the running. We done full on the exercise portion of the Hyrox event. And this is just kind of me talking through, like, I guess my thoughts going through it and kind of how I felt after, how I'm feeling now. The body is a bit sore, I'm not going to lie, even though it was yesterday and it wasn't a full Hyrox. But it's tough, it is tough. I can see, definitely now appreciate how hard it is going to be to complete the full one. And basically what we done was, it was 8 runs and 8 exercises similar to the Hyrox, but the run was only about 400-500 meters, and all the exercises were roughly, I mean, it was done in a gym, so you can't really get the accurate measurements, or I might have went over, I don't know. So this was just kind of to see where I was at in terms of my training, how I felt with the compromise running. And let me tell you, whew, there was some times that I was like, I can't do this, I cannot continue on here with the running. But I didn't stop, I didn't walk, I managed to run all of the runs and do all of the exercises, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to break it down, kind of how I felt, I guess. We'll take it run and exercise by run. So the first run, you're out, you're back. I was running with 2 guys that I kind of left with. They kept at a nice steady pace. They'd done one before, so I was like, right, I want to see where I'm at with this. Maybe on the day I could push it out a little bit more. And then you come to the first exercise, which is the skier. So the skier was a kilometre. Felt not bad. I felt I got a good time on the skier. It was just under 4 minutes, or about 4 minutes. So my arms were definitely feeling it after that, and the run after that definitely wasn't too bad. Didn't feel too fatigued after the skier. And then we come at the sled push, which I had a bit of trouble initially because I didn't have all the weight on, so there were seconds lost there. But the sled push is hard. It is a shift, and it fatigues you. It really fatigues you. Really, lactic acid builds up in those thighs, and you just, burny, very, very burny. And I feel like I'm good at moving the sled in terms of, I've not done it obviously on the Hyrox one, but I definitely feel like I am good at moving it. I feel like I've got a good amount of mass that helps me to move the sled better than some other people. The issue then comes after the sled, the run. It was by far and away my slowest run, like really felt it in my legs after that. Probably on the day of the actual Hyrox, maybe use the first kind of 400, 500 that just to recover, just to get some feeling back in my legs, to be honest, because the sled push really took it out of me. The run was nasty. I did not enjoy that run whatsoever. But I will say that's probably the worst run I'll do, because I didn't feel that fatigued in the other runs as I did in the sled push, in terms of my legs just not working. So I'm glad I managed to figure that out. So done the run, came back, sled pull. Only issue I had with this was there was only rope at one side, so you had to like turn the sled, which would cost me time. But yeah, felt good. Felt like I could move it with my pulling technique. And then towards the end, when I was starting to feel fatigued, I would use the walking backwards technique, which is very common. A lot of people use it. In fact, are they using it right here? Yeah, there you go. Oh, well, look at the timing on that. By the way, I this was just on the background, and I ended up watching a bit of it because I was getting quite into it. So we're about, what's this, 30 minutes in? No, not 30 minutes. 21 minutes in. So I was supposed to do this 20 minutes ago, but I decided to watch it and try and gain some strategies. Anyway, sled pull. Yep, so can definitely move it. And then it came to the walking back technique. Definitely felt good on that. And then going into the run, did not feel that fatigued. Felt a lot better. Managed to run quite well. I didn't. I've got an Apple Watch and it doesn't really break down your splits that well. So I'm not sure what my pace was at for each lap. I'd love to be able to have broken that down even further, but it just didn't do it on my Apple Watch. So I was kind of trying to gauge it off time that it took me to get round. Coming into the I thought the sled push was bad. Then we came into the burpee broad jumps, which I definitely feel like I have improved my burpee broad jump so much. I did not feel that was hard. I was going to try and say I was trying to put a positive spin on it, but it was very hard. I've definitely improved my technique in terms of I feel more energy efficient. I feel like I can do multiple in a row before I start to feel fatigued. I feel I've got a good spring and definitely is going to help me get towards the end of the jumps where I might be able to just eke out a few more meters from the jump. But definitely, that was, they were rough. They were rough. Then going into the run, felt fatigued. Probably the second worst run in terms of, I definitely think the sled push was the hardest run, but the sled, the burpee broad jumps, I guess maybe because there's a bit more like jumping, plyometrics involved, you maybe feel a bit more springy when you were doing it, but yeah, the run after that was pretty tough as well. Coming into the roar, I believe, was it the roar? Yep, the roar, and the roar was good. I think that's where a lot of people seem to recover, and I definitely felt like that. I felt like I was just 4 minutes 20 for the roar, so I don't know if that's below average or what, but just kind of slowed it down a wee bit. Maybe I could have pushed it a wee bit beyond that. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat. And yeah, felt good on there. Came off, done the run. The run was fine. Definitely felt like I had recovered well after the burpees at that point. Came back in. Farmer carries are nice. I must say, I like the farmer carries. I only had to drop the weight once, so was 200 meters. So we done 10 lengths of the gym, and I managed to do 10, stop, then done another 10, which I felt good. The run felt like my quickest run. Definitely felt very good after that. I'm not sure whether to actually run during the farmer carries. That's something I'll need to maybe talk to people about. Is it better to run, maybe to fatigue your legs more, but keep your arms, or is it better to save your legs? I mean, are you fatiguing it more by running? I don't know. These are the conversations I need to have with the people who have done it. So my idea was I kind of walked the first 10 and then I managed to run the last 10. I don't know if that might be better, opposite way about. Run the first 10 and then walk to save the energy for the legs. That run felt really nice. Really, really nice. After that, felt strong going into the lunges, and lunges were fantastic. I really felt good, which I was kind of dreading them a wee bit, but I really felt good. The bag felt nice and light. It's 20 kilos. I should have stated I'm doing the open weight. Sorry, maybe put that at the start. But I'm doing the open weight, so I'm not doing a pro. Absolutely not throwing myself in at the deep end first time. Doing the open weight, so felt light on me. I've got quite a good stride length, so I will probably be able to eke out a few more meters than other people, but felt nice. I even towards the end was like just stepping through instead of stepping up onto both feet. I was just kind of stepping through and going into that. I don't know if that's illegal or allowed. I know there's some like you need to do the movements properly, so I don't know if I need to stand all the way up and then do a lunge, or I can just step through. I'll maybe watch this to see if that is the case. And then that run was probably average. And coming into the wall balls, for the last run I did kind of push it a wee bit, The wall balls, I finished it in 4 sets. It was 5 sets. 5 sets I finished it in. So it was 25 the first set, 15 the second set, 20, 20, 20. And I actually felt really good in the last set. Like, I think the middle set, the 40 to 61 was rough. Then the second last set was alright. But then the last set I actually felt really fine. So when it's all said and done, I definitely learned a lot from doing the Hyrox sim and doing the training for it. Learned a lot from the people that were there, and also from just myself and how my own body reacted to it. I definitely think I know where I can go faster. Maybe I can push the runs out a little bit more, but I definitely know when I need to like rein it back in, like really rein it back in and focus on recovery, getting my heart rate sorted before I then push again. So the push run is definitely where I need to work on. Need to work on the compromise running after the push. Same with the burpee broad jumps. I'll need to work on them and see how many I can do in a row before I feel fatigued at that point. But definitely after the rower and the farmer's carries, I can push out the run there. And I think the other ones I can kind of keep to a steady pace. Maybe the skier, maybe the first one, maybe even the first one, pushing that out a bit more. I know they tell you not to, but I do think that I have good powers of recovery. So I think if I pushed out a bit quick, I would have time to recover before pushing again towards the end. I would love to be able to do the wall balls in maybe 3 or 4. I think 25, that's what I would kind of set out to do, was 25, 25, 25. I done it in 15, just because that's what the guy that was there that was kind of coaching me said. So I can maybe have pushed that out, but then the next one was supposed to be 25 and all I managed 20, so maybe not. So maybe I aim for 25, 25, 25 and then adjust on the fly. But definitely learned a lot from the event. Learned so much about how I'm feeling and what I need to work on before Glasgow, which is what I'm hoping to do. Still don't have a ticket yet, so if you know anyone who's got a Hyrox ticket and is not wanting to do it for Glasgow, Saturday ideally, let me know so I can do it. But with all that being said, are you interested in Hyrox? Have you ever wanted to do it? If you have, then let me know. Talk to me down in the comments below. Let's get a wee convo going, and let me know if you've done a Hyrox before. Any tips? I would really appreciate some tips. Definitely need to work on some of my techniques. The skier and the rower need to work on being more energy efficient on there. And same with the wall balls. I have a tendency to like lean forward where I should remain upright. It feels like I'm kind of pulling up when I should be up here. So that's just things that I know I need to work on. But if you've got any tips, anything that you want to impart on me, I would appreciate that. And with all that being said, any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye bye.